Wagwan people, yes, I'm back again. I thought I'd do one final thing, today. This is going to be a little story about a very, 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 very dear friend of mine. I did a story about his brother the other day, Eddie Bates. Well, this is about Ollie Bates. Now, the previous post was about MCM. He put Wickham on the map with his hip-hop in the 90s. Now, Ollie put Wickham on the map with his hip-hop in around 2000. Now, Ollie went to the same boarding school as his brother Eddie. They went to a school called Sidford Boarding School, and this is where I believe his creativity of music begun, because obviously being in a school like that, they probably, I could imagine it's quite a posh boarding school. They probably had a lot of good music stuff, studio equipment and all that. I'll never forget the day. I think Ollie was about 14. No, he wasn't 14. He was about 15, 16. He come back from Sidford Boarding School for a holiday. Obviously, they used to get a little bit longer because it was boarding school. So normally, like normal school kids would get like 6 weeks. Well, they'd get like 8, let's say, yeah? I think that's right. Anyway, Ollie come back from Sidford Boarding School and he said, "Here you go, Eddie. Here you go, Dugan. Listen to this." He gave us a cassette tape. We put it on. And it was his hip hop, and there was this guy rapping on it, and we were like, who's this? It was Ollie. We were like, whoa, where the hell has this come from? The guy was mental, yeah? Like, Ollie, if you're watching this, mate, love. So anyway, I've got to carry on there. So Ollie then started making music. So that was like 98, 99. And then, obviously, he's left boarding school. And then he just carried on making music. He had an album out called Bedroom Productions, which was out on vinyl, which you could buy in Scorpion Records. Scorpion Records don't exist no more, obviously. It was a big record shop in High Wycombe. He had another one called Get the Picture, and he had another album out called The Stuff. Now, these albums were legendary. I mean, I had them all. Yeah, I had them all, trust me. Ollie was just next level. The fact that he never got signed, still to this day, it blows my mind, because he should have been signed. He was a comical rapper. He did some really good songs. Like one song was called The Big Mistake, and he mentioned High Wycombe in his songs sometimes. So The Big Mistake was about going to the pub, getting with all your mates. There was a really nice tasty bird, and then there was a really big plump bird. They were together, and then obviously Ollie ends up going to a house party with his 2 girls, and he ends up sleeping with the big bird. It's comical. It's just a comical song, No offense to big girls, or anything like that. Please don't attack me or hate me. It's just a song that I'm talking about. So he did other songs, The Corner Shop, where he gets accused of stealing out of a shop, and then he beats up the shop, the shop owner. He did like the Winter Lady tune, which was on the album The Stuff. Again, that was a legendary song because it was like proper, deep, meaningful song about a homeless woman that Ollie would say in the song that he used to see her on the streets. Then one day he's watching the news and the woman's found dead. Very sad, a very, very sad song. He also had a song out called Drugs, which the BBC brought off him, and he was used in a documentary, I believe. So Ollie was like next level. He created a label called Headcount Records. Headcount Records, like these guys were massive back in like the 2005 mark. I mean, Ollie was actually in Hip Hop Connection. It was a magazine, and they had a hip hop charts, UK hip hop charts and American hip hop charts. And Ollie was number 5 on the UK hip hop charts with a song called Undiscovered Lyricist. You can find this tune on YouTube. Again, like he was just so good at what he did. He now has moved on from hip hop, and he sort of plays like easy listening, guitar-y music, but he does comedy music. So like he'll rap about like Steve the Barber, or like a speed dealer, or he did a song about me called Giving Thanks, dedicated to John Dugan. Yeah, check it out, it's on my page. The other one that he's just recently done was what was it called? It's on my page. Getting Lost in the Mall, yeah. Again, that was a cover from Frank Ocean, but Ollie's remixed it. Yeah, so Ollie Bates, I grew up with Ollie. We did a lot together. We set light to our mate's garage. Me, my mate Church, and Ollie all set light to the garage. And if it wasn't for Church, me, Ollie, and Church probably wouldn't be here right now. Church saved our life. Let's just put it that way. Big up, Churchy. Anyway, so yeah, me and Ollie, we did a lot. We were typical kids, you know, going around. Ollie was like one of them pretty boys. All the girls fancied Ollie Bates. Jesus Christ, even the girls that were like 3 years older than him were like, yeah, you know, he is fit. Like, it's terrible. Like, well, it was terrible and it was good because we was just to get a lot of female attention when you were around Ollie. But yeah, so Ollie and his music, oh my God, like the thing is he's so musically talented, it is ridiculous. The fact that he can literally pick up a guitar and sit in a room and then just start freestyling about stuff that's in the room. So it could be like the clock, the mantelpiece, the telephone, the like, do you know what I mean? Like the sunflowers, and he'll rhyme all that and put it all together, and is at like literally the music thing. I think runs in the family. I mean, Eddie was the DJ, his mum was the radio DJ, and Ollie was just hip hop and now guitar sort of music. So, but yeah, it's just, you know, like, so Ollie Bates, Headcount Records, legends, mate. Honestly, absolute legend. Headcount Records, they had some really good artists on there. They did some really big things. Ollie, like I said, I've heard stories of when he went to some rap battle thing, and his mates had signed him up. Sorry about that. His mates had signed him up and he didn't know, and then he had to go up there on stage, and apparently, this is the story I heard, there was some bloke that he had to battle and he had this weird hat on, and Ollie just started ripping him about this hat, and there was this big what do you call it, air conditioning system, like a big ventilation shaft going down the middle, and if someone liked the rap battle that mate you had just done, they all bang 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 bang, they made loads of noise by banging that. Now apparently when Ollie finished his like battle against this guy, everyone was literally punching this fucking air vent thing. Sorry, I swore. I shouldn't have sworn. Sorry, YouTube. And so punching this air vent thing, bang, 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 like, because it was so sick. It's like he destroyed this guy. Like I said, Ollie Bates, check him out. Put Ollie Bates, aka Illustrate. That was his rapper name, Illustrate. Yeah, write that into YouTube, and it should come up with his stuff. Like I said, he had albums. One of his albums was The Stuff. The other one was Get the Picture, and the other one was Bedroom Productions. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. The guy was literally, like I said, I'll never forget the first day when he come back from school and he gave me and Eddie that tape, and we were just sat there like, who the hell is this guy? And it was him. And it was just the most surreal, amazing moment to sort of like, especially, I mean, for Eddie, you know, suddenly his little brother's like this hip hop genius. And he still is, like I said, he can still make music so well. Anyway, so there you go. A little bit about Ollie Bates, Headcount Records. Good friend of mine. I'm a good friend of the Bates family, Eddie and Ollie. I was blessed to see them all last year. Eloise Bates got married, and they all come over because they don't all live in this country anymore. Ollie is in the Cayman Islands and Eddie is in Australia. But it was so good to see them last year. It's always good to see the Bates, you know. Like I said, I grew up with them all. Had some good times, some bad times, some sad times, but you know, we're all still here, and we're all still in contact. I still contact Ollie and Eddie every other week, and speak to Eddie probably a bit more than I do Ollie. Ollie's a little bit harder to get hold of, but anyway, guys, love the Bates brothers. Peace, love you guys, and yeah, man, big respect to everyone who's watching my stuff. Stay tuned, and I'll keep putting stories up about people, all right? Anyway, love. See you guys later. I'll be putting up more stuff later on about Master Race. Trust me, you're going to see a lot of videos for tonight.